Good evening, family. Good evening, and welcome to this week's edition of What's Going On. I am your host, Pastor Akin Bandele. I welcome you tonight to our program. Thank you for joining us. I hope everybody had a good day today. We are in a big H town, Houston, Texas. The weather has been nice. It was kind of cool today, but we're liking our weather. So how's your weather been? Are you getting any rain out there? And if you're in Texas, in California, in Georgia, in Africa, wherever you may be, we welcome you tonight. Thank you for joining us. I have my guests back with me tonight. We thank God for all of them. But before I bring them on the screen, just do me a favor. If you are watching us on YouTube, make sure you subscribe to our channel. We appreciate that. We thank you for doing that for us, for being part of our family, part of what's going on family. And also make sure you press that notification bell so that when we go live, you will be notified that we are live. I want to welcome all of you that have joined us already. And if you are joining us on Facebook, just make sure you follow Pastor Akin. And when we go live, it will come on Facebook also, and you will be able to join us. And we want you to comment tonight. We want you to chime in. And by the way, if you need to call, if you want to get on our program tonight, maybe you have a question, you have a comment, you have some things you want to share with our viewers, feel free to call us in the studio. Our studio number tonight is 713-777-5000, 713-777-5000. I want to welcome my guest tonight. My first guest that I'm seeing on my screen is Brother Jonathan. What's going on, bro?
No, nothing, just chilling.
Just chilling. Don't be. If you're chilling too much, you're gonna get cold, man. It's cold outside. So, well, welcome to our program tonight. Thank you for your time on tonight. And then we have another son in the ministry, Brother Tarek. Brother Tarek, God bless you. Welcome to our program tonight. How you doing?
I'm doing fine, man. Thank you. God bless you too. And how you doing?
I'm doing better than I deserve. I'm doing wonderful.
All right. I hope everybody doing good. That's what's
If
up. I'm
I
glad
if,
to be back.
if I had your hand, I'd cut mine off.
All right. Don't you better be careful what you ask for. Hey man, it's all good.
I'm glad you are back with us tonight. I hope you are feeling good. You are feeling better. I know you were sick. You were feeling down last week.
Yeah.
We missed you last week, but brother Ken held
Oh,
it
I
down.
watched it. I watched it, baby. You know I'm still gonna watch it now. Kill did a great job. Great job.
Yeah, brother Ken held it down. And
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did.
I see Mr. OMG Olufemi. Now he's eating on us tonight. And I walk in the studio, I was smelling some sweet barbecue. I said, oh Lord, I'm hungry. And then I thought he finished eating and he pulled out some ice cream sandwich.
Hey man, I'm just not getting off. Gotta get dinner before it's too late.
All right. We appreciate you joining us. I know you had a long day. Thank you for joining us tonight. And everyone joining us on YouTube, I'm actually trying to see you guys to see if all of you can, if everybody can hear us, just say yes, good evening. Say something so that we know you are out there. Say something to us. Let me know you are out there. We thank you for joining us. We appreciate you, our family. I see my sister, church girl gone wild. Sister Lilette, God bless you, woman of God. Minister Lilette, God bless you. Thank you for joining us. She's in the Church Girls Gone Wild group. It's three of them. Right, Jonathan, you're looking. You don't know who that. You don't know who those are, huh?
Yeah, we know who they are. We know who
You
they
know
are.
who they are? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, it's good to see
Yeah.
Sister Lilette, Minister Lilette tonight. And then we are Fire Librarian. Fire Librarian, good evening. Thank you for joining us. Hey, she's saying hello to New Covenant family. God bless you. God bless you. Jacko, Genevieve, God bless you. Orisakwe, Genevieve, God bless you. Good evening. How's everyone doing today? Hope everyone had a good day. Yes, we had a good day. If this is Jacko, I missed that last Sunday. I missed her in service Sunday. And I don't think I saw her in Bible study on last night either. But welcome to our Bible study tonight, to our program tonight, our Bible study. Maybe I need to teach you Bible study. Welcome to what's going on tonight. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good tonight.
We can tell. We can tell.
Ethel Simpson, the encourager. Welcome to the program tonight. We welcome all of you. Thank you for joining us. Hey, family, we had about 30 more viewers that viewed us last week. That I was going online to see who they were. They were people that we never even seen before. So I think they are loving what you young men are talking about. So we welcome everyone tonight. If you're on Facebook, amen. Thank you for joining us. Well, I posted something today, Brother Jonathan. I am so sick and tired of all of these news people. They need to leave our president-elect alone. They are so preoccupied with this man. He has not even taken office. It's like, dude, I'm so sick of all of you all. You all need to just shut your mouth. Let him pick whoever he wants to pick to help him govern. And let him deport all the illegal aliens. I'm gonna send them a bye-bye card. All of them. Deport all of them. Let him, I said deport all of them, close the border, get the bread to come down, get the price of rice to come down, get the price of gas to come down. And if you feel like it, send us another stimulus check. And maybe after 4 years, you want to stay there as a king, you can.
Yeah.
But I told everybody, they just need to chill and let the man do what he promised he was going to do. The election is over. What are you all fussing about? I mean, Brother Jonathan, what do you think? I turned them off last night. I just turned it off. It's like, then today, well, Matt Gaetz, he actually pulled himself off. It's not good. It's not in the AG running anymore right now, Attorney General. So it's like, man, I don't know. I wish he has not pulled out. If that's who President-elect want, let him pick him, even though I was surprised. But
That investigation got him.
Yeah, but who doesn't have problems? Who doesn't have issues? All of them people got issues. All of them. I mean, I don't know what the problem is. They are all just, to me, they are hypocrites. Because there ain't nobody that ain't got no skeleton in the closet. We just haven't opened your closet yet for the skeleton to fall out. Hopefully October doesn't come for them in December. But what do you think, Brother Jonathan? Well, what do you think about all this news outlet with all their noise?
Sore losers. That's all.
Yeah, I say that. I can totally agree with you. I
Yeah,
mean,
that's pretty much it.
it's like you need to learn to take some win and some losses. You lost, revamp. You got 4 more years, 2028. Come on back.
Exactly.
I mean,
They just gotta read the room.
Yeah. It's crazy though. It's getting on my nerves. They are getting on my last nerve. Every time I see them now, turn it off. Turn it off. Fox News, CNN, MSNBC. I thought, man, you're chill. Anyway, but Terry, what do you think?
Hey man, you got. I guess you ain't been listening to me. I said, Pastor, what are they doing that you're surprised about? Let's keep it real. What you surprised about, man?
Well, I'm surprised they're not taking the loss.
Really?
Like a champ. Take the loss like the man won fair and square.
Pastor, come on now. Come on. This the 4 of us now. Come on. You know the America, you thought America was gonna say, okay, Donald Trump won, and let's be respectful and give him all the respect that he deserves as a president. You really thought America was gonna do that?
Well, this is my problem. And that's why I posted it earlier. I say, why are you all still talking about this? Election is over. Let the man pick whoever he wants. to run the government his way, deport all the illegal aliens in masses, bring the price of gas and food down, stop the wars, send us another stimulus check, and maybe even become the king in 2028. That's what the majority of the Americans voted for. Stop complaining and whining, or I'm going to send you some cheese. You got what you wanted, so stop complaining. Anyway, but I mean, I just didn't think he's going to continue. He has not even taken office yet, but they didn't stop. Joshua, what do you think?
I mean, I agree with what Jonathan said. Sore losers, they gotta swallow and not necessarily take back what they said, but they gotta eat that. They gotta stand on that. All the disrespect and things that they pitched towards him throughout the campaign. Now you gotta eat all of that because the American people chose him.
Yeah. Well, I won't say a lot of disrespect, but because you know, the man talks some, I mean, he talks trash, man. And I mean, he dishes it out and he don't mind taking it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he dishes it out. I mean, let's be real. I mean, he's ruthless. I mean, he's ruthless. He says what on his mind. He doesn't care who he hurts. He doesn't care who you are. If you're ugly, he's gonna tell you you're ugly. If you're too short, he'll tell you, man, you short, Mark, you know, you little Marco, or whatever his name is, or you know, he just says what comes to him. So, so you know, I won't say they disrespected him as much. I would say they just dishing it back to what he dished it out, they dished it back. But that all to get, we need to put all that behind us and go forward and see what happened in 4 years. Okay. Well, anyway,
I think that what Joshua mean by disrespect, not so much as Donald Trump, but as his position head. I think as his position head, you've never really, and they're younger than both of us. So imagine us. I would have thought you would agree with him more so because you really never seen the position head handled that way. Now, if you want to handle Donald Trump that way prior to him becoming the president-elect, that's fine. But after becoming the president-elect, I think if I'm not trying to take over Joshua's comment, but I almost imagine that's what he meant more so than Donald Trump, the man. I think the position head. Is that right, Doc?
Yep.
Yeah. Well, I got one of my viewers that just called on our show tonight, so I'm going to see what she got to say. Make sure you turn your television down, turn your stuff down. We got Ethel on the line. Hey, what can I do for you? What can I do for you?
You all voted for Trump. However, that's your right to do that, but it still doesn't make it right that you voted for him if you voted that way.
Okay, hold up now. Nobody told you who they voted for. So, hey, I didn't tell you who I voted for. Well, I can tell you who I voted for. I voted for Kamala Harris. I ain't scared. That's what I voted for. But my issue, and I did that, not because of policies, not because of all that. I did that because I just didn't like the way the man behaved. I didn't like the way he talked to people that are captured in war. I don't like the way he talked to the veterans. I didn't like the way he talked to that handicap reporter. I didn't like the way he called our veterans losers.
You got a long laundry list. That's a long laundry list.
There's a lot of stuff. I didn't like the way he threw the tissue paper at the Puerto Ricans. I didn't like none of that stuff. And I didn't like, you trying to use the Bible, you turn it upside down and all that stuff. The white evangelicals. I didn't like none of that. So I didn't like the fact that you don't like black people, even though you let us know you don't like us. I say you don't like it, that you don't like us. Okay. Yeah. So it is not, I don't have to bite my tongue about that. But what I'm saying is once the majority of Americans voted for him, then we need to keep our peace. and let him run the government. Now, if he doesn't deport the masses, then we're going to say, well, he had another lie. If the price of rice and price of gas don't go down, well, another lie. If you don't finish building the wall, hold on, let me finish. If you don't finish building the wall, another lie.
Okay.
If the war doesn't stop, you said on your first day, you're going to call Putin and you're going to call everybody, you're going to stop that war in a week. If it doesn't stop, another lie. So my point is, let allow the man that won fair and square, let him take his position and do what he promised he's going to do. That's what I'm saying, Ethel Simpson. So, and we don't, I mean, so it's not, it doesn't matter who people voted for, but majority of Americans voted for Donald Trump and is the president-elect.
You vote for who you want to vote for.
That's right.
Based on the conversation, the way it's coming out, it's like, I'm glad Trump won. I mean, you know, so we just roll with it.
That's my point. Let's roll with it. And, you know, like I said, all the Latinos that voted for him and not complaining that, well, if they deport me, my mama is here or my wife. Yeah, tough luck. All of you are going back. You came here illegally, you going back. That's what you voted for. So don't come here. Listen, this is what I'm saying. Don't you come over here crying over the fact that I'm a DACA. I was brought here when I was 5 years old and I'm now 20, but you know, even though I'm illegal, let me stay here. No. The man told you if you came here illegally, you going back home and you can come back. And he also said you can self-deport yourself. Now, if you let them deport you, you're going to have to wait 10 years to come back. So, Sister Simpson, that's all I'm saying.
Right.
If they, wait a minute, they know they are here illegally and they voted for him. Yes, it is right. If you know you came here legally, but your cousin living with you is illegal, your mama is illegal, your children are illegal, your Mimo, your papa are all illegal, and you voted for him because it's against abortion and all that, it's against homosexuality. Fine, then you take you, your big mama, your uncle, you all go back to where you came from and go reapply. Listen, you voted for what you wanted. Now don't cry over spill me. Don't cry to us now. Like I told somebody, 2025 turns around. If the price of gas goes up, do not cry to nobody. You get out there or you go park your car and get you a bicycle. If the price of food doesn't go down, tough luck. You're not going to be looking at me. You voted for what you want. He made us promises that he would do these things. If he doesn't do it, it's on him. So my point is, it's not like President-elect Donald Trump did not lie to anybody. He told you what he was going to do. Didn't he, Brother Jonathan? Did he not tell everybody? He didn't lie. Yeah. He told everybody, when I win, I'm going to deport all the illegal aliens in masses. I'm going to bring the cost of food down. I'm going to put people in government and break up all of, get rid of the swamp. I mean, so why are we complaining now? It is what he campaigned on is what he's doing. Now, if he doesn't do it, and now you got a thorn in your flesh that, well, why my daughter that's been here for 10 years been deported? Your daughter came here illegally. You should have thought about that before you voted for him. Don't cry to us now. Get on back home. And come back legally like I did. Amen. So that is all I'm saying. Majority of America voted for what they wanted. And we got to deal with it and stop the whining, or I'm going to send a letter to the White House to buy you some cheese with your wine. That's all I'm saying. All right, caller, thank you very much. Etu, thank you for joining our program tonight. All right, family, hey, Brother Jonathan, you heard. Brother Joshua, why are you laughing, man?
I mean, the the state of America is in a funny place. I just find it very humorous.
Yeah, me too.
That people make assumptions on things. Two things can be true. I can dislike Trump for the way he's unhumane, as some
His
people
delivery
say.
system. Yeah.
But I am happy that he won. I didn't vote, so I'll put that out there again for if you're tuning in and you don't know that part. I did not vote, but I am happy Donald Trump won.
Why are you happy?
Because America needs an iron fist to run it. It's what you like to call, it's been jelly-backed for a long time. And I think America has gotten used to a loose system, doing whatever you want. Protests or make enough noise, you get what you want. And Donald Trump is not going for any of it. Whether that's
we don't know that yet.
We do know
that's what
that.
he said.
We do know that because a lot of stuff is changing and he hasn't stepped foot in the office.
Okay.
They know that he's not playing around. He's released several videos and he said again, yes, he said a bunch of stuff, but obviously the people that are in power know that he's not playing around and he's not just saying stuff just to say stuff. So a lot of things have already started rolling and already started happening. And we're still, a month and some change out from him even stepping foot in office. Again, if I've never been looking for the president to save me. Like you said, if the economy gets worse, it gets worse. If it gets better, it gets better.
That's right.
So, yeah, that's where I'm at.
I'm not happy he won because it wasn't my candidate, and I'm proud to say that. Now, as far as his policy on homosexuality, and we don't want the men going in our bathroom. I mean, men going in our women's bathroom. We don't want, and I understand that.
So why not vote for him then?
All that policy, just because I don't feel. I think by this shall all men know that you're my disciple by the love that you show to one another. I just don't feel empathy. I don't feel love. I don't feel.
Yeah, he not my brother. He not my brother in Christ, but
and it's not my pastor. Like somebody said it's not my pastor. But then she started crying. She said, "Well, I didn't vote for a pastor. I didn't vote for the what did she say? I didn't vote for the perfect man. I voted because I'm hungry, and the price of food is high." And he said he's going to bring that price down. That's why I voted for him. Not because I didn't. The woman said, "Hey, I have my own pastor. Donald Trump is not my pastor." And I agree with her. She voted the way she voted because she said the price of food is driving her bonkers. I mean, she pulled eggs out of her refrigerator. She put in meat. She said, look at what I got for $150. She spread it all on the table. So to me, I mean, yeah, the price of things was high. Again, we're going to see, time will tell. My point is, don't judge a matter before it's time. Let's see what he will do. That's my position with this. So yeah, whether I'm happy or sad, God allow whoever wins, God allows them to be in place. So now let them govern and let's see what happens for 4 years. Right? Brother Jonathan, Brother Terry, you all got quiet on me right now.
I like how y'all do that.
For one, you talking, and for two, where was all this energy when Biden and Kamala shared the office for the last 4 years?
That's right.
Where was all this energy? Y'all didn't put standards on them to get stuff done. It made it worse. Y'all didn't say anything when 20 million immigrants came through here, got the benefits that we couldn't get. They got business loans that we couldn't get. They got food stamps without paying a tax dollar. Where was all this energy then? Y'all didn't say nothing when wars were getting funded, $70 billion in Ukraine, another 30 to 40 in Israel. You got, but there's genocide going on in African nations that Democrats aren't helping with. Where was all this energy then when men were going into girls' bathrooms? Where was all this energy then when Tim Walsh allows sex changes at kids' age and taking kids away from their parents if they don't recognize their new name. Johnny wants to be Mary. Where was all this energy then? It was nowhere. So
Okay.
please be quiet. Like, it doesn't make any sense. Like, it's not fair. It's not fair at all. And I just
Yeah.
think it's hilarious that it's a whole bunch of sore losers. Even men and women, they're acting so, you can't even tell who's who now. Everyone's so emotional. I thought men operated in logic. Yeah, you don't like what he says, but what does he do? He's trying to get something done. And now that he has the House, now that he has the Senate, you can't tell him nothing. And it's funny how all these nations that we were scared of said, you know what, we're gonna chill out. But then you got Biden who decides to give new missiles that can possibly start World War III. And this is the same administration that brought up the draft now. So now I got to think about my son, my potential daughter, because they added women getting drafted if World War started. And the guy just gave somebody missiles that Putin said, hey, I'm going to consider this you being involved in it. So where's all this energy? Well, we got time to say, I don't like what he says. But look what they're doing. It doesn't make sense. I
Yeah.
don't get people.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
We live in a world, guys, that is more or less driven by the masses. The independent-minded person is really looked upon as an insurrectionist or someone that is anti, and so they're seldomly heard. Emotion is the biggest dynamic now in all of our economy, our makeup. Now we're so again, as Pastor said earlier, about the way that he voted. Okay, the reality is this: there were several people that voted. We spoke on one of our what's going on sessions about me, and I was one who was strong about the fact that we are very an emotional place. So most of the things that we're doing today are driven by feelings, and so no, do we moralistically like the things that Donald Trump had been doing? Do we moralistically like everything that Biden and Kamala did? But the problem is Donald Trump has done more louder things to the general public that would normally be. It's kind of like the guy Jonathan and Josh that goes in the room and says, "Man, what's that smell?" And everybody been smelling it, but nobody said it. So the guy who says it is the troublemaker. Even though he said the same truth that everyone thought, because he said it, and I'm not taking up for Donald Trump, because I'm like Joshua. I didn't vote. I could make that known. I didn't vote. At this point, it doesn't really matter to come out and say that, because I stand on who I am as a man. If you challenge me, I'm gonna let you know who I am. But on the real of it is this, and I know somebody may listen, may say, well, why are you and Joshua talking then? Because we still live in America. We still have to deal with the same repercussions, and we got to deal with the end result of that election, just like anyone who did. And all we're doing is talking logic. We're not talking politics. So, as Sister Simpson was alluding to, the politics side of this has already been determined. So, why would we now talk about that point, as Jonathan
But you
said,
know
about
what,
sore losers?
Brother Terry, you know what I appreciate about Ethel? She called to speak her mind.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay? She called to speak her mind. And I love that about her.
That's beautiful. Yes, sir.
And,
yes.
you know, this is America. Freedom of speech. You need to be able to say what you want to
Absolutely.
say without
Absolutely.
disrespecting other people. I mean,
Absolutely.
like I said, Joshua said he was happy that he won. I said, I wasn't happy that he won, because
Absolutely.
I just didn't feel any love from him for the masses. And I still don't believe he likes black people. I think he hates black people, even though some people disagree with me. Basically, I may be wrong. That doesn't make me right just because I said that. You know what I mean? That doesn't make me right.
I have
And
a
I
house
look at
rule.
all these. I look at all these pigs. I don't see any brown. I don't see any. I don't see a lot of browns on the pigs that he had already. And I said, well, you all got what you wanted. And so my point is, it's already done. Let everybody chill, and let's see what it was going to do. Now, Ethel said, wow, Should we not have love one for another? If I had to bet, I would say all four of you are voted for Trump. But it really don't matter. What difference does that make? But that's okay to me because that's your right. But I stop right. Yeah, and she's right about that. That is your right. That's my right to vote for who I voted for, and that's your right to vote for who you voted for. This is why I was telling the Hispanics that's talking about, man, you know, if I have to vote tomorrow, I still vote for me. I said, dude, why are you whining about your daughter being deported then? Why are you whining about that? She came here illegally. I don't care. She came here 18 years ago. What are we whining about it for?
Yeah,
it's human to be a contradictory. We can speed all day, but the moment we get a ticket, we upset, knowing that we broke the law. So like that is in humans' nature to be contradictory. We want this, and then we get in, something else happens. Yeah, and then something else happens, and hey, yeah, we wanted Trump because he said he was going to do this, and then maybe something else snowballs or doesn't snowball, and now we upset about that, and that's perfectly fine. People can change their minds. People can change their stance. I don't understand the emotions behind all of this. I keep hearing talks about, oh, y'all gonna see what happens to Black people during this election. What's been happening to Black people since our ancestors? Yeah. Like Jonathan said, where is this energy? Black men and women have been getting beat up and abused by the police since long time ago.
I saw a video, Joshua, I saw a video of a Black woman. I said, she was mad. I couldn't play her video because she was cussing a lot. Mm-hmm. She was so mad. She said, you all white girls that voted for him. I pray and hope. Don't be crying to us when that man give you black eye. And we Black women, we are so tired of all of your white women and white men. And some of your foolish Black men that voted for, she just went off and off.
The Black men that these women, these other men that are saying, oh, you voted for Trump.
It's only 18%.
But you're looking for my protection. You're looking for my protection when that white man come and snatch you up, or when another Black man you're looking for the Black man's protection, but you're going to minimize and disrespect Black men because they voiced their opinion. They used their right to vote for who they wanted for. It's a very big double standard in America, and especially among Black people. Black women, they are 100% disrespected and belittled and all of that. But Black men are really, really drugged through the mud as well. And then we are expected to continue to be the fortitude for families, be the protection after you've disrespected us constantly. There's a bunch of women saying, oh, we don't care if y'all get drugged in the street or y'all get shot and all this stuff. Because
that's exactly what that woman said too. Yeah.
Y'all voted for this. And it's like, okay, but the moment you get hit upside your head, who are you turning to look to?
I have a question.
think you must have heard the video I heard too. She said, I don't care if all your Black men got shot in the street and got dragged by the police. We are not we are not, what did she say? We are not walking the streets for you. I mean, I thought, wow, I said, sister, calm down, man. Calm down. Listen, I don't want, people used to think that on my show that I'm one-sided. And I'm glad they felt like I voted for Trump tonight. Because but in that right, they always felt like, I was one-sided.
Nobody believes you voted for Trump. Stop it.
Nobody would do that. I mean, that's what made me make my comment, is that the young our sister, who, when she kind of heard it, because she heard you from the position of and it sounded like, I don't want to.
Let me hear the other side.
She heard it from where she heard you. It almost sounded like you were applauding him, but what you were doing is, if she had let you maybe heard the whole thing through, and I think after this show she could see it a little more clear. I know she will. I know it's Simpson. I think that she more or less has to understand what you're saying as a leader and as a man. You're saying, if you ask for something and you got it, then why are you complaining? And you're saying upon a man. Remember, you are also a man of God, and so that means we were taught in the Word that to show respect to leadership because they are only in place because of God. So you're saying it from a, hey man, I may didn't vote for him, but in my spiritual raising, I understand I gotta respect him. But I think hearing you respect him makes people think you voted for him. And that's where the contradictory, as Joshua was saying, is that's where it's at. But Jonathan, I think, has something to say. I want to hear what he got to say.
I just want to know, what has your black vote gotten you from the Democratic Party?
Oh.
What has it gotten you over all these years voting Democrat?
Oh, Lord.
Because Chicago's still a mess. LA is terrible. Sacramento is terrible. Oakland ain't got no money. They had to get rid of all their professional teams. New York doing bad. Atlanta's doing bad. So what has your black vote gotten you from the Democratic Party? I think they know they got you in the bag, that they ain't got to do nothing for you. No matter what, you're going to keep voting Democrat. So that's my question to you guys. For all these years that you voted Democrat, what has it gotten you? In politics, playing this black and white card don't help. It really don't help. Maybe if you stuck together outside of politics and got some real buying power, did stuff in your own community, they would respect you. But that's my question. What has the black vote gotten us? What has it gotten us? And now you feel like because some black men are voting this way, it's only a small percentage of them. It's only like 10, 13%. So it's not a lot. I'm one of them, but I'm not ashamed to say it. It's because it's what I didn't vote for. I didn't vote for same-sex marriages and those type of things. I didn't vote for. I voted for RFK more than I did for Donald Trump. The reason being because I think there's a problem with food. We got foods in the stores right now with no seeds. How?
I've been talking about that for 5 years.
We got vaccines and kids getting colon cancer at a young age. How? So it's not who I voted for, it's what I didn't vote for. And I just want people to think about, what has your black vote gotten you all these years? You're not in a better position you were then than you are now. To be honest with you, we had more businessmen and we were thriving more before segregation. I know it sounds crazy, but just think about it, because we were forced to be with each other. We were forced to work with each other. I'm not saying go back to segregation, but if you stick together and start actually doing business with each other and stop spending your dollar outside of your community so quickly, maybe they will respect you. Like, that's all I'm saying. I'm just thinking different, and I was allowed to think different. My mom allowed me to have a different opinion. She allowed me, when I turned 18, not to go to church. And if I ever got back to the church, I was okay. But she allowed me to think outside the box. And people aren't.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, thank you very much for that. I just want our viewers to know, my program, my show is not a one-sided show. I know who I am in God. Okay, I'm not a fan of a political position. I know who I am. I understand that some of the policies are against the scriptures. I understand that very well. But I just come. I've been in America over 40-some years now. I just couldn't, and they talk about how the first term of President Trump was very good. I said, whoa, time out. He enjoyed the 8 years of President Barack Obama. The first 2 years, every president, and the first 2 years of Joe Biden was what the previous president did, what Donald Trump did. And the next 2 years of Donald Trump is going to be what Biden and Kamala Harris did. It's just the way it is. So even though when Trump won the first time, the economy was good, because, listen, President Barack Obama did a lot of stuff. They did not leave the country in a lot of debt. It was because of him that I got the insurance that I got here today until I got my Medicare. So And I understand that 8 years of work, the next president, the first year, you're going to get the benefit of it. 4 years of Trump, whether good or bad, the next president going to get the benefit or the bad part of it. It's just the way it is. So people talking about, well, I hope next year, January, February, food is going to be down. I got something coming for you. Like I told someone, don't come to me trying to borrow money from me. Everybody for their own. Brother Jonathan, I told them, if you don't hold no money, better get you a flight ticket and go back to where you came from illegally. Don't come for me. No. Majority voted for this man, and let's deal with it. That's all I'm saying. Let's deal with it. Let's not, you know, I mean, like Jonathan said, where is all of this energy the past 4 years? Where was all the energy?
I do got to say something, Pastor. Okay, I got it, because we got different viewers on here. I got to say this. It may not be PC for this, but I got to say this. We do feel strongly about the fact that they did vote, and that's what they got. However, Brother Terry, and I'm sure my brothers can agree, we're not smashing it in the face of every individual in these situations.
Absolutely.
The kind of the way that you're saying it, just being honest, it almost has a gloatingness to them to where they could get a little agitated by what you're saying, like nah.
No, who can get agitated? The one that didn't vote for him or the one that voted for him?
No, the ones who are how about this? A Hispanic family who didn't vote for him, but they are being punished with the majority of what happened. So that, for that listeners who I'm talking to, is that we do understand that there are some people that didn't vote for certain things, but are being put into a category that may be having to deal with some repercussions from that. We don't want to make it sound like nah to y'all. We're just saying that because of the majority of a certain group or whatever situation, the results are going to hit everybody. And I think that's where, going back to Sister Simpson with the whole y'all all voted, because it's kind of sounding like we're going to nah. And I want to make sure you were aware that that's how it's coming off a little bit, that you don't want it to be one of them. Take your stuff. That's what you got, you know, because I know that's not you. But I want to make sure our viewers know that.
What I'm saying is, why they're whining. The men
but everybody, but that's the like we always say, it was 13% of blacks that voted, but that 13% looked like all blacks. And so because of that, now all blacks are being put, and vice versa. What about, okay, let's go, well, if you know that all blacks voted for Kamala or something, and then you know some kind of way Kamala gets in there, and the first people that she turned her back on is black. Now we've seen the presidential situation have different narratives, and there has not, like we said in the beginning, that's not been a perfect, you said it, not been a perfect presidential candidate that's come in and done every single thing that they were, and there was one particular group that just was so happy with them and all that. Now, because even when Donald Trump was first in, there were people that came out afterwards and was like, you know what, I'm not happy with him no more, even though I was happy with him at one while, because that's just the life of the presidency, to my opinion. But I also want to make sure that the viewer, because when all this smoke clears, we're here representing the kingdom. Okay, we do have an opinion in the world. That's why we do what's going on. But we also have a kingdom position of love, like Sister Ethel and your other comments, that we understand that it's not going to be an easy transition for some. And we also know that to others, like a Jonathan, and who's openly about it, he voted. But he also said that was some things that he voted for RFK more because of his way of seeing certain things. And I think if the scary part, going back to Joshua's comment about where the world is that the hypocritical side of us is that we don't give people a chance to be both sides, to give the full picture of what they're trying to say. They just hear Donald Trump. They don't hear nothing about policy. They don't hear about nothing. And Kamala, you know, she's shaking, she twerking. We just got all this narrative that and here's what I want to really say, and I know I said a lot, but I want to say this. If you think about it, most
you got about 10 seconds. I got a lot of comments I need to get to. Go ahead.
I understand. Most people are voting or having an emotional ride, or the small minority of who really can affect change. And that's what I think we all know that. I think we all know that.
Yeah. Let me go to my, we got some viewers. Fire Librarian said, this is America. We have a right to speak our knowledgeable opinions. Please don't tell us to be quiet. Are we not here for a dialogue of both sides?
Come on now.
Yeah.
Come on now.
Oh, okay, you hold on. Let me read it. Everybody just hold on, please. Are we not here for a dialogue of both sides? And we are not sore losers. I totally agree on what she said about we are here for dialogue on both sides. This is why on this panel, there are 4 people. I couldn't get the folk that voted for Kamala Harris to come out. They don't want to talk to me. And then I got some that voted for Trump that don't want to come on what's going on. So I appreciate this, brother. Hey, listen, there are 4 of us on here. I told you I voted for. I told you I wanted. Even though I'm a Christian, even though I'm against same-sex marriage, even though I'm against men going into women's bathroom and all this gender change, I'm against all that. But
so how can you put your pin to that?
Hold on. I felt like we are now voting for a pastor. We are voting for the president of the United States. And in the United States, it's not just Christians. Over here, we've got Christians, we got Hindus, we got Muslims. All I was saying for the past several months is be careful what you ask for, because if the Christians are pushing their power now, what's going to happen when the Hindus become in power and now they start pushing Hinduism and all of this stuff? So that's what I'm saying. We got to be careful that we don't close, like Brother Terry said, just because, I'm a Christian, we're going to put a Christian agenda. And I understand that. But the president of the United States is not the pastor of the country. He is the president. Is the president of the Black, the white, the Asian, the Hispanic. He can marry 20 wives if he wants. We are not voting for a pastor. We are not voting for a perfect man. We are voting for who people felt who made their life better. Whether they are Muslims, Christians.
Y'all are trying to make it a Christian thing. No other religion vibes with any of that foolishness. That is not a Christian standard. Muslims do not fool with homosexuality. Muslims do not fool with transgender. Muslims do not fool with a lot of the stuff that Donald Trump says that he's against. So I'm very confused as why everyone is trying to say this is a Christian agenda.
Well, because let me tell you why some people are saying that. You can have a messenger and also have a message. You can have a good message and have a bad message. You understand? See, and somebody just corrected me that don't use the word, where is it? They said don't use the word disabled. I believe is what they said. Don't use disabled person. Oh, disabled person, not handicapped person. Thank you very much for that correction. Thank you very much. They say disabled person, not handicapped person. Thank you very much. I believe that's Fire Librarian. I appreciate that. Let me tell you something. I'm a learner, Brother Jonathan. I'm very, very objective. Okay, I learn. I hear other people. I know where I stand, right? I know where I stand. But my show, this is not a church program. It's what's going on. I mean, some of your women that are booty calls, I call you out.
But Pastor, people who voted the way that
say it how you want. Say it the right all the way. Say it the whole way, John. Say it like you want to say it.
People that voted the way that you voted is a bad representation of Christianity, which is why Christianity is one of the biggest religions that is mocked. You are saying that you are against all of these things, but you're going to go and support somebody who says that they want to put these things in place. But then, not you, so don't get on the defense. Then you have some pastors that will say, oh, well, I'm not going to go to a same-sex marriage. Well, you gave them the okay when you voted for that party.
Well,
So
okay. Since you want to say that, did you vote? Did you all vote for President Obama?
yes, I got foolishly
I got
fooled
finessed.
into voting for the first black president, and I can
I got
admit that.
finessed. I got finessed.
Say it again, Brother Jonathan.
I got finessed.
Yeah. So this is
A
exactly what I'm
unanimous
saying.
yes.
Yeah, this is what I'm saying. People
He
voted
didn't
for
run on
President
that
Obama
though.
because out of the hype, is the first black
Yeah.
president, the first. To me, he's still the smartest president I've ever been under since I've been in America. To me, he's the smartest. He's the best orator, the best speaker I ever met. The first time I heard him speak
He's a
on television,
slickster. He's a slickster. That's how he got. That's how he got.
The brother is smart. I don't care what. I'm not going to let your
I agree. I'm not putting him down.
That brother is smart, and his wife is very smart too.
I agree 100%.
You can be slick and smart at the same time. Believe that.
Absolutely. Like
now,
Jonathan just said,
my point is, you've got all these ignorant men. They felt like these black men are going to be able to do anything. America has not had a good health care in over 50 years until President Obama came up with Obamacare. And everybody said, we're going to repeal it. We're going to repeal it. You see, he ain't repeal it because he ain't got nothing to replace it with. At least it wasn't perfect, but he started something, and bipartisan, they were able to pass it, and it helped millions of people. That's all I'm saying. Is President Obama a Christian? I don't know. It's partisan.
And it hurt millions. It hurt millions of people too because of the price. It was so high. So that's the oxymoron about the way that we live in our world. There are going to be people who like a lot about something you did, and there are going to be people who don't. And I think at a program like this, because I was going to ask you, was that the end of her comment? Because I want to hear her whole comment, because it sounded like she was saying what I was trying to put the brakes on so that it didn't come off like it did. It sounded like she had already made the comment before I spoke about how we were sounding. We was with the whole sore losers and the other things, because they're hearing it as a nan and a nan. So I was wondering,
but Terry, they have the right. This is what's going on is what's going on. Mm-hmm. Everybody, all right, you have your right to speak your mind. We want to hear you. We want to dialogue, like our Liberian said. We want to dialogue. We want to talk. Mm-hmm. We want to, reason together. And what do we like? What we didn't like? And I'm going to say this. Let's not judge a matter before it's time. 4 years. Let's not judge a matter before it's time.
Okay? And that's the point you were making. I think
somebody said New Solution says RFK, a madman. Brother Jonathan, that's for you.
All right, no problem. Thank you for your
RFK. Brother Jonathan, they said RFK is a madman.
Okay.
He's entitled to his opinion. They're entitled to their opinion.
All right.
Say that again.
They're entitled to their opinion.
Okay, all right. Then I've got Ethel said, I'm glad you brought that up. We used to be Republican. How did we cross over to the Democrats?
Okay.
So, and then Ethel, amen, Brother Terry, where is the love? New Solution. He says a lot of folks that don't understand politics say that Obama turned his or didn't do anything for Black people. And now some are using the same statement towards Kamala Harris. What do you think about that? New Solution.
Go ahead, Jonathan.
I think a lot of prisoners, Black men in California, would disagree with you.
With New Solution?
There's a couple of, I think there's, I don't quite understand the comment, but.
Well, the comment is that a lot of folks that don't understand politics say that Obama did this, Obama turned that, Obama didn't do anything for Black people. That Obama was president for 8 years, the life of Black people did not change. And now some are using the same statement towards Kamala Harris.
Well, you know what? They're entitled to their opinion, but I just want people to start looking around at all these Democratic cities who vote Democrat every single year, every single term, and what has gotten better. Our schools have gotten worse. Our educational system has gotten worse. They still haven't fixed the water in Flint. Like, come on, you know what I mean? So I understand people wanted to stay on the Democratic Party, but I want to think differently. I want to see what else is out there. I respect everybody's choice, but I can't allow you. It's kind of like this. I can't allow you to say something about something that I pick, and then you can't take it too. Like The View, you guys own every single channel you turn on. They're downplaying everything he said. So I'm gonna say something. I'm gonna say something. If I disagree, I can articulate why I disagree.
Yeah.
I'm not just one of those
It's
people
your
who
right.
just say, "Oh, it's my right," and then I'm gonna challenge you to go do some research. Like I said before, there's a man in California who was gonna do life in jail on death row until the judge forced Kamala to use DNA. There are tons of men who who were getting locked up for petty crimes. The 95 crime bill locked up black men at an alarming rate. Who wrote that? Joe Biden. So it's like, I hear you guys. And then another thing, you say Donald Trump is racist. Who funded Jesse Jackson's campaign when he was running for president? When what's the South African president, Nelson Mandela, when he wanted to come over to America, who chartered the plane for him? But he's racist. You're a landlord, Pastor. Would you like for Section 8 people to come stay at your house or rent out one of your places? Let's be honest. No, you wouldn't.
Would that allow who?
People on Section 8.
Yeah, would you want to?
People to come and rent out one of your homes if you got property? No, you wouldn't. Because what's the stigma on that? They're going to tear your thing up. They're going to put holes in the wall. And not in 94, 90, whatever it is with the Central Park 5, everybody thought they were guilty. And they even said, "I'm guilty." So you can't blame him for that. Come on. Like, he's not racist. He's not racist. He just don't have a whole lot of white friends. None of us over here got a whole lot of white friends. Are we racist? No,
Well,
I don't get it.
Actually, I told somebody I was racist. And they asked me, "Pastor, why you say that?" I said, because watch this. Jonathan, the people that fix your teeth, what are they called? Dentists, right? The people that check people's mindset, they are called psychiatrists. The people that study rocks, they are called geologists. Okay? So because I study racist, I'm a racist.
All right now. All right now.
So I mean, and basically, the reason I said what I said, well, I'm looking at the peaks right now. I've never seen too many black people in that peak. Why not?
Because y'all all over at the Democratic Party already. Y'all don't want to switch. Y'all don't want to be seen over there.
Oh, you telling me there's no black Republican to pick into the office?
There is Byron Donald. Also, I would challenge people to Google Michaela Montgomery, who spoke at his rally. And then after his rally, she had a dinner with nothing but black people and white billionaires sharing ideas and plans. These are all things you can Google. So I understand that people may think he's one way, but what does he actually do in real life? What does he actually do?
Now, okay, let's talk about this, the bromance. The bromance between Elon Musk and Donald Trump. What's that all about, Joshua? I know you Elon Musk. Joshua is Elon Musk's friend, by the way.
Yeah, I need a sponsorship.
Joshua,
he reminds him of himself. He reminds him of himself, I believe. I think he reminds him of himself when he was younger. I
can't hear you. Say that again.
I said, I believe that he thinks that he reminds him of himself when he was younger. I think that he sees a lot of himself in him when he was younger, and it kind of has an admiration there. And
Joshua just like Tesla. That's all that is.
I'm talking about Elon and Donald Trump.
No, you're talking about Elon, Donald Trump.
Yeah.
Oh, he's talking. What is Terry talking about?
Elon, Donald Trump.
I was responding to your question, that the bromance, and you said, what is that all about?
The bromance between Donald Trump and Elon Musk.
That's what he's
answering.
You're the only one out of 4 people. You're the only one lost. Everybody else know what I'm talking about, but you.
What's the bromance about is what I ask you.
He
So
just
answer that
told
question
you.
again.
Just answer.
What is your answer?
I'm gonna text it on the line. It might come out clear, man.
Well, the
I'm gonna
problem
text
is they got this camera in front of me. I can't even see you. I can see your mouth. So you
Oh.
are on the left corner of my screen, so I'm not able to see you. And there's no
Okay.
monitor in my ears to hear you. So I'm hearing you from the monitor of my confidence monitors. That's why that's why I kept asking you, what did you say? So tell
Okay.
me, what did you say again?
And just simply put, I said I believe that he reminds him of himself when he was younger. He has a flair of what he had when he was young, and it piqued his interest, and he kind of got a little interested in him as kind of a protege-ish type of situation. I believe that's what it came off to me as, at least.
Well, to me, I think Donald Trump don't like people that he feels that they are winning. If he likes, and again, this is my personal opinion. I think he likes dictators. He likes to be one himself. He likes people that got a lot of money, that have a lot of fame. He likes that. Let's not fool ourselves.
Who likes broke friends?
Well,
This is crazy.
you said who likes broke friends.
You got him, John. He can't even get it out of his mouth fast enough, man.
But a lot of people that you're talking about, all their friends are broke.
This is crazy. So let me say. Hold on.
Pastor, I'm watching you, man.
Listen to me. Like, I mean, if you notice, I mean, he likes the way Putin runs stuff. You know, he likes the way the president of North Korea did stuff. He even made a comment that he was going to be a dictator on his first day in office.
I'm about to get in trouble, Jonathan, with the black community. But one of Obama's best friends was Jay-Z, brother. I mean, come on now. Come on, Pastor. That was one of Obama's best friends. I mean, it's not, and I don't think it was about clout. I just think, like you said, people that are doing aspiring things in positions that kind of remind them of themselves in some way.
That's what I'm saying. He admires those kind of people. That's exactly what I just said.
But like Jonathan said, but no, Joshua said, who doesn't? That's what Joshua was saying.
I also don't think it's just that. Regardless of how loose of a cannon people feel like Elon is, the man is a genius. You have somebody who, to my knowledge, doesn't have any type of space type of knowledge or training or whatever the case is, but he was able to catch a rocket, and the United States of America is still blowing up rockets into the ocean. So
and wasting money.
I think there is some wisdom to be taken from Elon, and I think that's what Donald Trump is seeing, that this man took over a company but didn't just leave it at cars. He's gone into
I'm glad
AI.
you know that, Joshua. That Elon Musk didn't start Tesla. Most people didn't even know that. I'm glad you knew that. Go ahead.
Yeah, he's gone into robots. He's gone into SpaceX, and you got somebody again with no backing from NASA, and all of these people have been able to send a spaceship into orbit and catch it when it came back down. Versus the United States just dropping it in the ocean and going pick up the people that was inside. Like, I think, I think his brain is. I'm a very logical thinker, so I forget about all the fluff and all the other stuff. Like, what are you actually doing? Your actions. And so people say whatever they want to say, but the actions of this person. I think there are some good in the actions that they're doing. Not everything, because I know people are going to run with that, oh, yeah, well, you said that, so you support 100% everything that both of these people do. I don't support 100% of what either of them do, but I do think they have some good things in place and good things that they do.
And Josh, also, he is the only business owner operating in China, and China doesn't own 50% of his business or has a patent on any of his stuff. He has the #1 selling vehicle in the world at a fraction of the cost. if we're are we trying to make more enemies, or are we trying to make friends, or are we trying to just be at peace with people? He has a connection to China. I don't want to go to war with China. I don't. You know, he has a connection to Putin. I don't want to go to war with Putin. You know, so it's about relationships, and I think none of the reasons why I voted for him, because I didn't see myself in Kamala's campaign. I didn't see her push strong men and families. I saw her pushing abortion rights, calling it reproductive health. I saw her pushing other communities. I didn't see her interview with a strong black man. I saw her interviewing with the sassy black man. You know what I mean?
Uh-oh.
So
Uh-oh.
I didn't see myself in her campaign at all. And when she got pressure from us, she said she would legalize weed. Are we more than
Just
that?
shut y'all up.
Is that all you think of us? Are we more than that? I mean, I just didn't see
Time
myself in her
to.
campaign. I didn't. And I'm sorry. I don't know.
No,
Maybe
no,
people
don't be
did. I just
sorry.
didn't.
We want to hear the views.
Yeah, I didn't see myself in her campaign at all. As a
Yeah,
strong
I mean,
black
this
man,
is what's going
families,
on. What's
I didn't
going on
see
with
it.
me? What's going on with you? What's going on with everybody? Let's have dialogue. Let's talk.
What the
Let's
comments
talk to
talking
each other.
about?
What the
Yeah.
I
comments
don't
saying,
know.
Pastor? What they saying? What the
Huh?
comments saying? What your comments saying right now? What we love to
Uh,
hear.
well, one of them said, "You'll have a good evening. Bye." And
Yeah, of course.
New Solution said Elon is a good businessman, but not a tech guru, not a tech genius.
Okay, that's their
How?
opinion. That's their opinion.
They said he's a good businessman, but not a tech genius.
Okay.
Danae is giving hand clap to everybody, I guess. New Solution. Elon is very smart as a businessman, but not a technical genius.
Oh, how
Okay.
he got the #1 tick? Okay.
And I understand what the New Solution is saying. I understand what he's saying. I mean, basically, when you're a good businessman, you put a lot of people around you that
That's
are
smart.
savvy with money, savvy with technology. You pull them around you. But because you are the CEO, if the company does well, it falls on you. If the company does bad, it falls on you. And because the company is doing well with technology, so it's ascribed to the leader of the pack.
But that comment would only come from someone that's sitting in meetings and seeing his lack of interest or his lack of involvement. So a lot of times in America, what we do, and unfortunately, even on this show, is that our opinion is kind of a biased one, though it comes with a strong imaginary point, like you just gave their point. But that's not a truth, because the truth is Joshua never said he was that. He just said that he was an asset that had a lot of things to bring to the table. And it may have been interpreted that he was the savior, but he didn't say that. So when that
No, he
person
said
gave
it
that
was,
comment,
Joshua, did you mean it was a tech? I mean, personally, I don't think he's a tech genius, but I think he had a lot of tech genius around him. Now, what was the name of the guy that started Apple? That took Apple to where Apple was, the one that
Steve
passed
Jobs.
away.
Steve Jobs.
Steve Jobs. Now, Steve Jobs was a brain, was a technical man. But then he put a good business person as a partner, and they went further. So that's why I kind of agree with New Solutions. He doesn't have to be a tech guru, but he has
Elon
a
is
tech.
Elon is the lead.
Say that again.
He is the lead design of SpaceX. Y'all know what lead design means? That he is the person that made these things happen. Now, yes, I'm not saying, oh, he just did all of this by himself.
Is it an electrical engineer, electronics engineer? What kind of engineer is he?
He Elon Musk.
No,
Right.
you didn't answer my question. What
it's
kind
okay
of
to say I
engineer?
don't know.
Do you all know what kind of engineer he is?
No, I don't know.
Give me 30 seconds.
Yeah, I like to know that, because before you can now you can call me a technical genius because my degree is in engineering. So I know a lot about engineering, I know a lot about cybersecurity, I know a lot about IT, but that's my field. I've done it for over almost 40 years.
What invention have you created in engineering?
I haven't invented anything.
Okay.
But just because I didn't invent stuff, I'm able to solve problems that most people could not solve when it comes to IT. Because my degree is engineering. I don't have to be an inventor. I mean, you know, people that write good books, they are not inventors of books, but they are good writers, and they wrote.
You got more degrees than he do, Pastor. He only got a Bachelor of Arts.
He has a bachelor in physics and economics from Pennsylvania.
Is that right?
Yeah,
Yes.
So bachelor in physics.
But
so,
he was a coder in his early days.
So he does a lot of coding in computers?
Yes.
Okay, and then in physics, I mean, if his major is in physics, it was in the right field. I mean, physics is always
SpaceX.
Yeah, physics is where it's at. Because I took physics in high school for 3 years. So, and I took physics in college. Most Americans didn't even know what physics is. When I was in college, my class of physics was only maybe 9 of us. And the other classes, you know, studying the air, studying when somebody fought, what gas is in it. They got about 40 of them in that class.
Some of the best. I want to add this. Some of the best musicians that's ever been in our times have never taken piano lessons. The thing about our generation is we're result minded. We don't really care about the path to get there. In most cases, yes, it's important in some, but in most cases, what is the end result of who Elon Musk is? What's his end result? He's known as a genius. He's known as an innovative creator. He has a lot of pull in that area, and he may not have the pedigree that people may be looking for, of course, to justify. And I'll put it like this: some of the best preachers that we know, we only want to talk about where they started at. It's just not about. I do understand at some levels it's important, but to the most part, it's the results. I think the end results, and to not get off of it, because we're sitting there dissecting the man and who his credibility, his pedigree is, and all that.
I don't think they're talking about his credibility. New Solution was just saying that it's not a tech guru, but now knowing that he has a physics degree, yeah, he could do
what's a tech guru? Can somebody explain to me what is a tech guru? What is that?
Let me ask you, Brother Terry, do you love me?
Absolutely.
Do you think I love you?
Absolutely.
Will you let me do a heart surgery on you?
Not at all. Not even in my dreams.
Why not?
Because there's no proof that you've ever done it.
That's not my field.
However, there have been people that have taken dental floss and a pen and sewed somebody up on the fly just to make sure they didn't bleed to death. Now, will we go back to them with a prescription? Would they have a waiting room? No. But at that time that you needed them, all you knew was whatever they put on me helped me stop me bleeding, and I'm good. So the reality of life is not always about the pedigree. It's sometimes about the results. And I would say America is big on results today. They're not as focused as the road anymore. And because here's another thing, Joshua. This is what we used to be. We used to be about education over experience, right? That's why we pushed y'all to go to college, and y'all go to college. Today, what is the world mostly on?
Results.
Experience. And the college guys are holding banners. And I'm not saying, because I got kids, and I tell them my kids went to college and graduated and got masters, but I have also kept it real with them that is not a guarantee. I've never sold it as a guarantee. And some people might not agree with me for saying that, and I'm just being honest as who I am. You can't criticize what I am as a father. I'm not telling the American public this. I'm saying this is how I was, because the way we are today, experience seems to trump pedigree. Not to say that pedigree is not important.
Okay, you all kept saying experience. Let me tell you what I believe, Brother Terry. I believe, and I taught this at the church. It's not about a 4-year degree, a master's degree, or a doctorate degree. You can do best in America right now if you go to what I call a specialized school, where you specialize in welding, specialize in coding, and it doesn't take 4 years to get that. I had a sister that could not get a job. I told her, let me teach you how to go get your certification in cybersecurity. And she took she never done computers. She took cybersecurity. And I told her, and I told other 5 brothers at the church, She was the only one that went for it, took it, passed the exam, did WAS, and AWS, right, Amazon Workspace, did that, passed it, did Google Workspace, passed it. Now she got a job. She's in another state right now, making bank.
Come on now.
The certification was not even 6 months.
Come on now.
I call it specialized skill. That's what you need. Listen, my specialized skill is IT. I'm still eating today from what I learned 40 years ago. I'm still eating today. It's called specialized skill. It's not because I have a bachelor's degree in electronics engineering, not because I got a master's degree in industrial engineering, but because I acquired specialized skill. Specialized skill in IT. I didn't program, but anything that uses electricity, I could fix it. And that's how I got my first job. And I learned all that I needed to be learned about computers. And I'm not bragging. I'm one of the best in the industry today. One of the best in the industry. I mean, I hated I didn't work for Microsoft because he almost hired me in 1981. When he came to Houston looking for 25 engineers, I was one of the ones that was picked. But I didn't go for it. I went for Compaq.
Well, so look at your twin. Hey, look at your twin over there. Remember, he was in like the 7th, 8th grade doing our soundboards and putting all our sound together at Funplex. And then look at this young man today. See, because he acquired something that he got interested in, and it took him somewhere that education could help. I'm sure it helped some other places, but some of the experience that you had prior maybe helped that become an easier thing to attain. So I'm just saying.
A master's program, a doctoral program just teaches you how to think. They teach you how to do research. They don't teach you nothing. You'll learn how to do research, how to think. Well, my time is up tonight, you all. We can go on and on. Oh, my goodness. We are way over time. Jonathan, it's past your bedtime.
We want to apologize to all you that got mad at us, but we don't apologize for who we are. We don't apologize for who we are. We just apologize that you got mad.
Family, I want to thank all of you for joining us tonight on this program. We appreciate your comment. I know you got emotional. That's what it's all about. What's going on is about listening to you, what's going on in your life, what's going on in your marriage, what's going on in your church, what's going on in the world, what's going on, how does life look to, why are you doing life? That's what's going on is about. And I'm so happy all of you are joining us tonight. That you're able to make your comments. Don't feel angry. Don't feel like we didn't hear you. We heard you. We listened to you. But I just want to say we appreciate everyone for just chiming in tonight. I want to thank my guests tonight. I thank Brother Jonathan Myers for joining me tonight. I also thank Brother Terry for joining me tonight. And I thank Brother Joshua for joining me tonight. Well, until next week on this same channel, on the next edition of What's Going On, this is your host, Pastor